I'm sippin', 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 I'm sippin'.
Sippin', I'm 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 sippin'.
Here, Black excellence.
Period.
You motherfuckers, man, with your periods.
Period.
I be saying that part, and
I
everybody
thought I
starts saying that part, and I don't even say it no more.
I thought
That was
I
my
had
special word, that part.
I thought I had a problem with females and periods when I was a kid. It got worse as an adult, man. This shit is just everywhere now.
Everybody.
Period. Little kids, period.
Before it was just like, damn, she get a period and that fuck shit. Never mind.
Look at you.
Now I gotta hear it all day.
It's a constant reminder.
Yeah.
I'm a little different. I'm sorry. I'll drink to that.
Period.
This is Sippin' with Sammie. I am Sippin' with Sammie, saying Malone, Barstool, Rug. If you ain't sippin' with Sammie, you ain't sippin' right. Please get your fucking life together. It's 2022 already. And once again, I have the Rhythm HB in here co-hosting with me today. What's up, HBZ?
Was really good.
How you feel?
Man, that was really good. Was really good. I feel great, man. Can you tell?
Grind yourself up, why don't you, dog? You definitely seem like you in an awesome space. And we have the lovely Majay in the situation with us. How you, Majay?
I am great.
Great?
Yeah.
I heard that. When you entered, HB said that you look like you was having a good day your damn self. So
Yeah, I got up this morning for no reason. Got up, took the kids to school, and then never went back to sleep. At some point, I should have. I never did. I was like, I'm up now. So I'm up.
that be you was feeling good, especially after the night you had last night. I'm surprised you even had any energy today.
Shh, tell me about it.
Now, I'm mentioning last night for the people that's listening. I don't like to be like that. That's members only. Shout out to members only. Missy, Ace the Chemist. We filming this on a Tuesday, which means last night we celebrated about 4 birthdays at members only.
Crazy.
At one damn time. And Majay sung happy birthday, and I swear Activate almost lost his balance.
Okay, I know it was just me too. I said that a tear. He tried to put the glasses up and act like he
Oh, word.
The video on my page.
He's a lot.
Yo.
I love it.
But I think he felt the love last night.
Oh, he definitely did.
I think they all did. So we had a good night. We had a good night. Shout out to Missy and Ace and
shout out to
1122 Hennessy Kevin, everybody over there for facilitating a lot of our foolishness and what turns out to be a place of growth for a lot of people.
Say
because mentioning Majay and speaking of Majay, that's where I met Majay at.
Yep.
At a members only event. You know what I mean? And watched her turn up, and then seen her in a competition. I think it was because they had judges at that.
The last not the one recent, the months ago. Yeah.
And she did a great job and killed it. Yeah, in real time.
Okay.
So I guess let's start with Majay, the singer. Where does the singer come from? Was you a little butterfly running around the house?
You know what? That is sound like me, cause like my mom, she would play old music, and my grandparents would play old music, so I got to listen to the whispers and stuff like that, and I end up liking it. So I used to pretend singing it, and I tried to learn how to sing it. So I started picking different artists to sing, like Anita Baker, Denise Williams, Sade, and Toni Braxton, and all of them, and I love the music, so I started mimicking it while I'm cleaning up my room. Every Sunday, my mom and my mom would play, the music, and I'd be like, "Oh shucks," you would think it was at my time, but it really wasn't. Like it wasn't.
Also,
and
yeah.
I ended up saying, I want to learn how to sing like them. So I used to listen to music all the time. And I used to check who I wanted to listen to, and I would mimic it. I would actually mimic how they sung it. So I started sounding like them. Then till I got a little bit older, somebody's like, "You have to have your own voice." I'm like, "What is that?" I thought I've been singing this whole time. Technically, I wasn't. I was just mimicking them. I would sound like them.
But that's the same thing. As a rapper, like that's what everybody starts out doing. You rap along with motherfuckers. I remember writing "It Takes Two" in my notebook.
It takes two.
Right, in order realizing how many words was in a verse. Like, damn, this long as hell. Like I went through the whole page, I'm still writing. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And you learn that, and then you figure out, all right, well, I'm writing somebody else rap. Let's try to write me one.
Yep.
And that's after learning that you could keep up with mimicking somebody else with their pace and their cadence and their breath control or whatever. Like you do all of that to somebody else's likeness at first. And I mean, for most people, I know that's how it was for me. And then you transition into, like I said, let me see what I want to write down, and that's probably mimicking something else. You know what I mean? But I think when I first started writing, I knew I was a kid, and I only listened to adults, so I wrote as a kid. You know what I mean?
It's actually quite clever as a kid.
I never tried to
mimicking in that way.
To that. I wanted to be dope, but I wanted to talk about like where I was
things
at.
that you knew.
Because I didn't want to be one of them. Like I'm rapping in front of my old heads and they looking at me like I'm crazy.
Like, whoa. And they got a second.
Like when that happened?
Hold on a second.
I've been watching you this whole time. That ain't never happened.
You want to do what?
Like, who are you?
But I think that like for a lot of rappers, especially the era that I came up in, where it wasn't like you just woke up and was like, I could have my own rap business on my phone, on my laptop. We came up mimicking.
Right.
And I think a lot of the skill sets that we develop, a lot of things that we subconsciously probably still do, goes to those times when we was trying to be Rakim or LL or whoever, Jay-Z. You know what I mean? As far as my references, I think that's dope.
It really comes down to influence if you really think about it. You know, like when I started making beats, like that's exactly what I'm listening to, everything that I'm hearing.
You was trying to be Dre at one point?
Everybody, man.
I think everybody who tries Dre. And actually, Dre is just like, oh man.
I was on that Timberland wave with all the crazy synths and all that. Like I was on that.
But Tim, he'll sample anything.
Yes.
It's crazy.
There's nothing wrong with that. Because I'm not gonna lie.
That influence.
I was listening to who was it? It's an old person. It was. I'm so serious. It was some old random.
They probably
artist.
my age.
No. It was like probably my grandpa age. And I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna do a sample of that," but nobody understood what I was saying because they don't, They wasn't in the kitchen with moms and my mom and They was like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "I don't even know why I'm talking to y'all because y'all don't even understand." I keep it to myself.
No, you gotta expose it to the people,
right?
Out of all of the people that influenced you, who do you feel like you mirror the most? Your style is closest to?
That is. I don't think my style is close to anybody, to be honest, because
respect.
Yeah.
When I listen to other people's music,
I feel like Denise. I feel like there's a little Denise in there.
Denise?
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know why. I'm trying to think of the record, but I'll think about it. We'll get to it.
No, like for me, I just feel like I don't sound like anybody. Although that's not a bad thing, but it's just like I love all types of music. So I may listen to Jill Scott, be like the tempo of that. All right, I'm gonna sing something not like hers, but with that same tempo, just to challenge myself. I like challenge. I'm my biggest critic. Like I really be like, I could have did better than that. Oh, this is horrible. Oh, I hate this song. But the song might really be good, but I hate this song. This sucks.
And I go on
right.
You want better.
I'm be my own destruction.
Listen, I feel that. Stop playing.
Seriously.
I'm about to say, I know you go through the same thing, especially you. Everything is on you.
So dramatic.
You don't even have nobody to blame if you don't like it.
it's so dramatic. I can't even get into it. I can't even get into it. Like I really be in the mirror on some Issa Rae type drawing. Like, bitch, you can't. You know what I mean? Like, go ahead and do it. Like, it's too much. But anyway, like, can you relate, Majay? Like, do you have the moments when you talking to yourself back and forth? Like, are you gonna do it? No, just do it. No, you can. Like,
kids it's too much. Yeah, in there, I'm fine. Just getting stuff together because me and myself is not cooperating. We're trying to get stuff together.
My man used to say, "Man, I'm having a by myself meeting, man. Sometimes you gotta have a by myself meeting.
You gotta do it.
Yeah,
you got to.
Just you and you, me, myself, and I type shit.
Hello, 3 p.m. Everybody.
Everybody come to the center. We got some stuff to talk about because y'all been pissing me off lately. Like what?
It's too much.
Now you got a new project that you just dropped.
Yeah.
Very recently.
Yeah.
Called Open.
Yeah.
Tell us about this project, Majay.
Oh God, this.
I'm sure
project.
HB's heard it.
Yeah. She might have. She might not. I don't know.
You know, I don't want to say I've heard the project.
I think
but
you heard all the
the
records.
music. Yeah, I've heard the records.
I think you heard all the records.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like for me, the music, as far as me doing it, I have fun doing it. It was basically to show people like, all right, this is me. Okay, I do a little bit of this, I do a little bit of that, and this. Okay, so we're gonna make it useful for everybody to listen to. So I have this song called Eliminate, and I actually been watching the streams too, and I'm looking at who likes what more. Shockingly, everybody likes Give It All, and I'm just like,
no, but
what? That song is old. I made that song like 2 years ago. So I'm just like, what? Y'all like Rolling? They like Rolling, but they like Give It All better. So I guess whatever it is with that vibe, that people connection. Is like moving towards that. And Eliminate.
And well, one thing, and HB put her music out to the public in the streaming era, so she sees the same thing you just talked about.
Heck yeah.
We can't gauge what they pick up on, and the thing about it is because you don't know who's going to pick up on it.
Exactly.
Like what region, what country, what whatever is that might be their vibe, and they might be more dug in or more, you know, acclimated to what you're doing than others. But I also think that it's a good example of why we always need a team. We always need to consult with someone. Font Productions has executive produced the 2 EPs I put out and will do for the next 2, because I get so caught up in I love this, I love this, I love that. I'm not even thinking about where to place it. I'm trying to make a powerhouse joint. You know what I mean?
That's what I've been doing.
To the next
and
project,
I need balance.
For real. Yeah.
I need balance.
Exactly.
So it's like we have to bounce things off of people. But when you put it out there, like a lot of artists a couple years ago was saying, they were doing interviews and they would say, well, how do you choose your singles? And they kept saying, I let the people pick them. Because it was the SoundCloud days, and they would put the records out on SoundCloud. In the SoundCloud, they would do the same thing you said you was doing, looking at the numbers and stuff, and be like, I'm gonna shoot a video for that one and that one. You see what I'm saying? Because it has traction already. And, I mean, I think it's an advantage that you can use, but it's after the fact. It's after the release type of thing. So you just gotta, like you said, check up on your numbers, see what's going, and then when one of them that was down here shoots up, it's going to blow your mind again.
I'm excited. I'm patiently waiting.
No, it's gonna be fun, and you still working on more music.
What am I? Every day I'm like have a new song, like literally, like
that's a fact. You crank them joints out.
Yo,
I
I'll be like,
hold you.
I can't wait till she be like, Sammie, this the one for you, cause I'm on it.
Oh yeah, listen, and it's so crazy because I can see myself. All right, I'll be like, oh, this song is not really for me. This song is for this person. Like I really be writing songs. Like I have a song for Nicki Minaj, like that I would love for her to hear because it's her sound. So
is it singing or rapping or both?
You know how she be,
cause she do both.
She
like
do
a
both.
melodic,
It's the both thing
like
going
the melody,
on.
yeah.
So I'm like, this is for her, and I'm like, but if I can't give it to her, I could give it to somebody who can, like, you know. But I'd rather give it to her, cause you know. But I'll be sitting there just writing music, writing poems, turning it into music. I got this one song I think y'all gonna like. It's poetry, and at the same token, it's me singing.
Okay.
So it's me talking in the beginning like a poetry, and then singing, then back to poetry.
You floetic.
Yeah,
floetic. Yeah,
that's that poetry shit.
And I like it. I said, oh my gosh! And it's like a sample of her beat though, but they made it more modern, and I love it. I can't wait to record it.
One thing that I think about your sound, like I said, your trailer from the SippinWitSammie concert series,
boom,
Volume 1, on your trailer, that sound is sellable. Like just like a little, if you take a snippet of what you do on the track, it's like if I played that for somebody, and you know how they say when you in these meetings, most A&Rs you got 10 seconds.
Really?
If it don't catch them in the first 10, you might get 20 seconds. But like if it don't catch them in that, they over it, because at the end of the day, when you competing against blockbuster records,
so many
it gotta
records,
catch immediately. Like I choose my beats a certain way now, because if it don't feel like a moment or a movie, I don't want it.
Thank you. You took it right out of my head. That's how I feel like
I don't want it if it ain't a movie. You know what I mean? And that could mean
You gotta be
anything
able
because
to
I got
paint the
everything
picture
from
visually.
Ain't Easies to Don't Play Like That.
Vamonos.
But it's like
I love that one.
it has to feel like
Yeah.
a moment. Like it has to feel like this ain't that. This different. You know what I mean? Like it just gotta feel like this is big. And once I feel like that, I'm inspired by that.
It's
now
crazy.
I gotta catch up to that.
It's crazy you say that because like looking at it from just like social media and whatnot, they say you got 8 seconds to capture somebody's attention when it comes to creating any type of content, right? That includes music as well.
It's the
You
same
talk
thing.
about 10-20 seconds with an A&R. It's 10-20 seconds with everybody because there's so much music.
Oh, when you play a
Like,
beat for me, you
Are
might
you
got
kidding?
20 seconds max in my head, but
That
I'll
is
let
so
you.
true.
I'll
It
let
has
you
to
play
catch
it.
you. It
I
does.
always give the producer the respect of letting it play until they transition. See where they're going with it. Because I could also say, yo, just chop that part off and let's get to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You never
That's
know what's
true.
going to happen.
Exactly.
And also, I don't want to just be skip when they trying to show you their art. You know what I mean?
Right.
But so I'll give them until the hook or the break or whatever, whatever switches in the beat in the production to be like, nah, that's not where I'm at.
Right.
But sometimes, just like the band from TV beat, Swiss made the joint.
Yep.
If you listen to it after Swiss said it, that's literally
Caught
the
you.
intro to the beat. And they just kept looping it. And Swiss was pissed because he's like, the beat is crazy and y'all playing the intro and you got 8 niggas rapping to the intro of a fire beat. And it's one of
like
the
an
biggest
intro.
beats. It's one of the biggest beats in hip hop history. And it's not the beat because if you listen, it's da, 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 da. It just keeps
That's
going
it.
back to the.
I didn't even know that was a full song after that.
Think about it.
Like,
It's
that's
a
crazy.
beat after that. That was the intro. But the reason that it caught was because it felt like he tried something edgy. He didn't. They just wouldn't play the beat. They kept.
They probably didn't care about it. It's like we
That's
like
what
this
caught the
part right
people.
here.
That's what caught them.
I ain't gonna
But
lie,
you
that
know
joint
how
is
we
dope.
are.
gotta
We
get
be like, I
control
want that
sometimes.
part. I want that part. And then once you got 8 gangsters saying they want that part,
Gotta get
That's
it. going.
it.
they rap it over that part.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Especially
It's out
when
of
you
your
talking
control.
about legends, and at that time he was 2 weeks past being DNY nephew. You know what I mean? Like he didn't even have a name right before that. They used to call him them niggas nephew. Like he was the nephew
Damn.
Wow.
because he's the nephew.
Right.
But like people used to take it as disrespect when they be like, "No, you gonna work with Swiss?" Like, damn, I got. But Swiss wound up being the bull, and that's why like I try to explain to people about this music shit, man. Just keep your head down, keep working.
Yep.
Put your head up when you get on stage. Put it back down and keep working. Like, and that's the part. Put your chest out on stage. Goddamn it. Say it
got
with your
to.
chest.
Right.
Say it with your. If you don't believe it, why should I?
Right.
You know what I mean? But outside of that, like really, like I think that we have to understand that it only takes one. It only take one record. You did a shout out to Operation 215 the other day, and you didn't even plan on doing it.
Nope. I just can't.
Oh, wasn't even playing.
No, it's funny. She
I seen
walked
clips.
in dressed
tell you.
perfectly to perform, and I'm looking like, "Oh, you rocking?" And she like, "I don't know what's going on. What I'm supposed to do?"
He said it every time. I swear to God.
So I grabbed
She
son.
ready,
Hey,
though.
what's going on?
I grabbed son up like, "Son, this my artist, by the way, this is my artist. She's under Malone management and Font Productions, by the way." And I said she wants to do the joint, and I don't know what he told her, but next thing I know, she was over by the DJ.
Yeah, like, she cool. I was like, all right. Let me
right.
send this joint.
Yeah, because I think there was a tab there that we. So
right here now.
we then when she rocked, she did My Way. You wanted to do 2 songs because she wanted to do the one with her singing and rapping, and she wanted to do with her singing.
My way is that John though.
And the feedback from My Way was, yo, that's a radio joint. Yo, that's a hit. Yo, that sound like it's already out there. And I believe that's great feedback and true information. But how does that feel for you? Like, is that validation? Because I saw your face the rest of the night. Look at you now.
I was like, I knew it was a hit because when I wrote it, and I kept playing it, and I played it on the beats and the bass and home, and I'm like, oh, this a radio type thing.
It rock.
But then I was scared because when I would go to like members only, and I'm listening to everybody else, I was like, oh, I'm totally different from them.
That's what
actually made me stand out. So I was like,
Yep.
this a hit. I said, I just got to get people to listen to it and get it on the radio so they can be like, this a hit. I said, who I'm trying to tell them. I be in there writing his songs, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna see what they say. And then I don't know what happened. I just was like, I could do this. I could do this.
And for some reason, I didn't even ask her what she was doing.
He didn't.
I usually would. I would ask you what you was going to do. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just like that.
He was like, what
But
you wanna do?
it was one of them things where it was like, let me just see. And
like
she
test
said
the
she was
artist.
doing 2 songs. So when she did My Way first, I'm like, word.
Great
And
choice.
then they were saying, well, you know, she could sing, but I want y'all should hear her sing. And she just standing there like, he didn't play the second song.
He didn't.
He didn't.
He didn't play this. He said they had to go and
He was running
everything, and
short on time.
I was
She
just
was
like,
late,
that's
so they squeezed her
understandable.
in.
Yeah, so I was like, I just do one song. It's not a problem. And then after that, it just went from there. I was just
So
like,
shout out to DJ No Frill. Shout out to everybody that was on the panel. But
Respect.
like I said, the panel was good. I don't think they told anybody anything wrong. I think that some things got confused along the judgment path. But I think that all their advice was solid, even if it came out of the confusion. Like, I don't think that anybody was being facetious. I thought that my man Plex, who I'll actually be interviewing very soon, I think that he was uncut, and I think that his position is very similar to mine, where it's like we around this shit all the time.
Right.
I know dope from here to Darby to Cheltenham,
And for a long
you know
time,
what I mean?
too.
To
For-
Willenboro to Camp.
Yep.
I know dope. I
Yeah.
can tell you a record from 80 different artists that's that shit. So now I gotta hear that shit.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? Because anything less is like, well, that's not going to hold up to Hitters and Shooters from Ghetto Reason. That's 8 years old. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
like I could think of stuff like that on a fly. That's just crazy, and it's like, but being different is what stands out. Just like in that thing that you were in the Operation 215. Nobody else there did what you did. Like we said, the other young lady, she had a completely different sound that was singing, and her song was dope, but it needed a little work on the technical side of it. But outside of that, like, you sound different. But you sounded, that My Way sounds in pocket enough to where it feels like, I know who this is. Who is this? To somebody who has a new ear.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
That
it
familiar
feels like,
sound.
yeah, it's
Yep.
it's that swing, that
I feel like I heard
bounce.
this song before.
Yeah. You start thinking, you think of 3 different girls, like it could be Tiana, whoever, I don't know, but you just start thinking of different
That's
people that make good singles, and you like gotta be one of them, and then it's that's
rocking.
Majay.
Yep.
Right. It's just me.
Ain't just you. You
You know
know
what's
what
crazy?
I
The
mean?
first time I heard My Way was a performance.
Yup.
What was your
and-
feedback?
No, I was taken away. I was because I heard other music that you know what I mean, that she was working on, because like the studio and whatnot. But like when I seen My Way, like the performance, and that was the first time me hearing the song. Oh, I caught the second round of the hook, and I was in the bag with it. Like, you know what I mean? Because I felt the energy
And
too.
she had so much fun when she's performing.
Oh yeah, it's a really great record. I love that record.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So you say, "Are you coming my way?" Say, "I got that Henny, got that." What's the next line? Smoke.
Coming my way. Say I got that Henny in that tree.
And that tree. That's what it is.
Yeah. And I like it was like, to me it's like a vibe. It's like, oh,
Yeah, it
all
bop.
right.
For sure.
Like, I be thinking big things. I'm like, all right, if I get on the stage, if I had dancers, you know what I could do it. Like, I'll be thinking that much
And it's,
ahead.
and it's like a barbecue and a plat vibe.
Real
it's like
stuff.
when females boss up on their performance at them joints, like with the dancers and all that, but like swinging. You know what I mean? Like, because you're gonna get attention. Your voice is great. You're pretty. It's about packaging the whole thing the way that it's supposed to be. Just like the feedback that I heard given to somebody recently about knowing the balance of how you dress when you perform. You know what I mean? Every time I see HB perform, HB cleaned in the motherfucker.
Real stuff.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, thank you. I appreciate
Even if
that.
HB
Nice.
put on some butters, them jaws look like they are
She just
5
popped them
minutes
right
old.
out the freaking box.
You drove here, your flip flops, and put your boots on before you got out.
Come on, Papa. Yeah, you know.
I know the tricks.
I appreciate
I know the
y'all,
tricks
man.
because you get that one little black jaw right here.
It's over.
Hurt.
Yeah.
Pull out that eraser real quick. No, but what you're saying is real stuff, because it's even something I struggle with.
Mhm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's my look right now? Like, what's the package? What's the experience I'm delivering? And a lot of the experience is audio and visual. And that's a reality that, you know, we do have to kind of like balance.
Yeah.
So like, you know, from one clean person to another clean person.
It'd be hard.
You already knew what I was like, you know. So come on, speak on it.
Like,
speak on it.
How we going to dress? We be like, dang, should I be comfortable or not comfortable?
You be out your bag though. I ain't gonna hold you. Like,
I be, you know what? I tell people, like, even on a regular day, I dress casual, like, so it's not really that hard. The hard part for me is them darn eyelashes. That's the problem. I be like,
I swear she
one
said this
eyelash
to
be
me on
over
Fly
here.
the other day. She said something about her eyelashes on Fly. I'm like, are you crazy as hell?
what?
Trying to get them joints perfect.
Y'all gotta tame them.
line up.
Y'all gotta tame them pups. Them Jones getting out of control. Well,
Sammy, you got pretty eyelashes.
No, they don't be like,
Who, me?
about
Yeah,
to
you got
fly
nice
away.
Oh,
eyelashes.
thanks. Shout out to Linda. You know what I mean? Salute to Linda. But no, and one thing I remember from growing up, my mom always said, you boys get the best eyelashes.
Y'all do. Y'all get them
used to
nice,
always say
long,
that
curly.
shit.
So you like, where mine is at?
That bitch, she was hating on me.
She was definitely hating on you. She definitely
Damn, I
hating on
guess
you.
if you like look at it
now
like
that y'all making me think about this shit different. I did this my whole life and never thought of
I'm
that.
crying. She really said, yeah, it be the eyelashes, yo. Not anything else. Not anything else.
lashes.
I ain't gonna
lashes,
lie.
bro.
One thing I've had to deal with, because I try not to make it seem like it's just y'all, man. Anywhere I go, I'm Fly Boy, I'm glocawearradiostation, I'm Sippin with Sammie, and that means the grocery store. That means pick up your Jamaican food, like you know what I mean, like. And I like being comfortable a lot.
There's nothing wrong with that.
And I bought 1 million sweatsuits to try to facilitate that. But like, I gotta make sure I go out with matching tops and bottoms on now, like even just to go pick up a hoagie. Like, it's different. And then because not only so much of being seen, but it's a moment for somebody to be like, yo, let me get a drop, let me get a picture, yo, like I'm constantly on camera now.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? So that's another level of like understand. It's not really about what the public sees. It's about these 5,000 people that follow him that I don't even know. That's about to see me on my Home Depot run. You know what I mean? Like it's like that. So I really think in those terms now. Like I gotta put the whole sweatsuit on. I gotta.
Yeah, but you always been a fresh mofo though. I can't. I appreciate since I met you. Like I don't think I've ever seen you like wear the same thing twice.
But
really.
Never.
Shit ain't effortless. I ain't Poe. It ain't effortless.
Listen. Shout out to Poe.
Logo.
Shout out to Poe. Okay, got me in this nice shirt right here. Shout out to Poe. Listen,
Nah, he got them pieces.
He do.
He
sure
pieces.
do.
He got girly
do.
stuff.
You got dope shit.
You know,
for girls.
I think so. Yeah, I mean,
he got half sweatshirts, all type of dope shit for y'all. Yeah, I know.
Has some type of half crop, crop
I know what you
top,
into.
sweater still be cold.
Fly girl,
Perfect.
You know?
Yeah, there's plenty of Fly
Freezing.
Girl merch, man. Definitely tap in with him for that. But it's crazy because he had a booth at the Operation 215 joint, and they was in there grabbing.
You know?
Oh, he was in the bag.
Yeah,
Yeah, I seen him. I did see him. Okay, darn, I should have got me
The
some.
logo.
He was
I
in the
was like, who's
kitchen.
that? I thought he was cooking it for him.
That's because you was late, so you got it there damn near almost got right on stage. Basically, by the time you got acclimated to the room.
Seriously.
And that's crazy because that's your house, but it was something different going on.
It was something. I said, wait a minute, we not using no microphone? He was like, no, you lip singing. So we lip singing?
My advice to everybody that I dealt with that night that I had a chance to speak to was when your song come on, perform it regardless. And then their thing was, well, I'm not going to have a microphone. It's like, so it's easier, right? You see what I'm saying? Because now you ain't got to match no vocals. You can turn up more than you turn up any other time. You ain't got to worry about breathing.
That
Do the
part.
ad-libs you didn't get to do in the
You got no
studio.
excuse. Like, you know what I mean? And for the most part, I think everybody did that because after they saw the first couple people do it, like I told a couple people, they was looking like, oh shit, niggas really performing their joint. Yeah, you don't want to be the one standing there while your joint played, looking at them, waiting for them to react to it.
Right.
You react to it.
Exactly.
Give them some energy. Everybody that knows anything about being on stage, the energy is reciprocal.
Chime.
It starts with me, or hopefully the DJ got y'all turned up and y'all giving me something when I get out there. But if not, it starts with me. Then y'all give back based on how y'all feel about what I'm giving. And then that makes me want to take it up another level. And that's what pushes me into fuck it, I'm gonna just fight for my second win.
That one.
I'm gonna just fight for my
That
second
part.
win. Have you ever had to really fight for your second win on stage, either one of y'all?
Yeah.
Like, felt like you was pushing it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
How do you handle that?
I don't.
What's the thought process?
I'm like, Lord, what you doing? Jesus, take the wheel. All right, Jesus, take the wheel right now.
Not Jesus take a word.
Do you utilize the... Hold up, let me talk to him.
Nope. Let me get it done and over with. Y'all going I'm getting it done and over with. Hurry up, Jesus, take the wheel. We going through it.
Hold on a second, I want to talk to him.
Let me talk to the people.
You do that afterwards.
Y'all look good.
Trying to catch my breath, your heart beating all. 160, nigga. Like,
Any Tauruses in?
You sweating. Like,
This next one for the Tauruses.
I'm crying.
they be like, oh, this is a good performance. That's
Listen,
great. Look at that. You be
Call
like,
all the
wow.
tricks. You know all the
But
tricks.
they love that too, because if you giving it up, you know what I mean? Don't do it early enough where it's like, oh, this bitch just out of shape.
Yeah,
But
she
like,
She done ran up some steps.
but like when you got to one of them joints and you
Oh
gave
my
it up
God.
and
Yeah.
you felt that,
It's like, ooh, that was the best performer. Oh, she got more?
yeah, man.
Yeah, but you just think you go hit them with the Jill Scott. You know, everybody this and this and that. You just they're like, oh, this about to be real.
That's that.
Yo, listen.
No bullshit. And nobody has a more powerful range.
Then Jill's.
Well, now there's range, and then there's power range. You see what I'm saying? When you just belt from here to here, and that thing
Literally
sounds
from
like,
here to here. Like,
it sounds
ridiculous.
like everybody shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you be like,
The emperor is approaching. Like, it sounds like that. And I've seen that live too many times. One of my favorite Jill moments on Block Party, Dave Chappelle joint,
I know what you're talking about.
when Erica was on stage and she was like, go ahead, Erica, because she snatched the wig off and all of that shit. And the boy was like, so are you nervous to go up after that? And she said, oh, sweetie, you've never seen me perform, have you?
okay, period.
And then went up there and cooked Erica on the same track. They was doing.
We was just looking at that, too.
She destroyed her on that joint. It was bad
The vocal ability is ridiculous.
because she was powerful. Erica got that, but when somebody's don't worry,
It hits you in. It's
I say don't worry.
chakras and yeah, like it's crazy.
It was like she was freestyling up there.
Probably was.
It was bars.
So actually, let me ask you this, because you, let me say, are a vocalist. Definitely a vocalist. And I love the fact that you explore different like styles. You know what I mean? It really shows your versatility. But like, would you say like there are moments where you do really want to show off? Like, have you actually like really taken it?
I haven't done it yet. I haven't. I say that all the time. Like, I'm like, I really can sing. Like, and people be like, but we heard you sing. No, you didn't.
That's what I felt. Yeah.
You didn't. You just heard me play with y'all with the
literally what I've
voice and stuff.
It's
I be
literally what
just-
I've been wrapping my head around.
Come on.
Yeah, I'm like, I really can sing. Like, I'm like, when I'm in the shower, I'm not in the shower. I'm in the house and I'm playing on my karaoke machine. I be picking hard songs to sing, and I'll be singing them because
The rhymes
I
and
like
all?
I like the challenge. I love the challenge. So when I sing my song, like last night, I sang. They had me sing after Activate, like almost at the end to close it out, basically. And I let Activate pick whatever song. He picked Patience, and he picked Rollin'. But I didn't sing Rollin' how I sung on there. I sung it the way I wanted to sing it.
Yes.
So when they heard it, they like, yeah, my Jay,
Okay.
yeah. And then when Patient came on, I didn't sing it how everybody listens to Patient. They can sing. No, I added in there because I know the song, so I know right off the bat I'm gonna sing it high
Hit them
and I'm gonna hit it
pockets.
real low
That's
so they
right.
can understand what I'm saying. But then it's like in the same token, I just feel like that's not even enough because I'm like, no, I want to sing. So I told myself I'm gonna write a song where I can
ballad or
sing.
I don't know. I got a couple ideas. We ain't gonna talk about all that.
You can't
Gotcha.
give them
No,
too,
I got a
too
couple
much
ideas. No,
juice
because you
now.
know me.
Don't give them too much.
Like I want to feel it in their soul. Like
It's
I wanna
hard for
be
me to
like,
say I'm a rapper because I try so many different
It's like
types
styles.
of
Yeah.
you know genres and shit. I'm still rapping on them, but it's like I don't even know this rap song anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
I've done it. Like, oh, this is not even a rap song.
like
Is it
and y'all probably got a
R&B?
couple examples in your head of songs like that I'm thinking of. Like the something specials or the
I love that song.
The Dolly with Casey.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
it's like certain joints. It's like, well, that's just the vibe. Or the joint I got with Corey Williams. They Ain't Ready. That's like rock, funk.
Steppers too.
But
Steppers is my
good.
shit.
We don't. Yeah, Steppers.
That's
different.
my shit. I ain't gonna hold you. 'Cause that's another podcast. When you in the center seat. But
And it's not about patting myself on the back, but I say that to say like, I like being in that pocket of like, I don't know where it's going, but I'm going with it.
Yep, I'm just rolling with it.
just going
you
with
play ball, right?
Yeah.
A real good ball player don't just play one position, my guy.
Real stuff. Because you never know when that other person get injured and they like,
She said, "Yeah."
I was good. I was good 2 to 4.
You got, you know what I'm saying. You
2
got
to
to play
4, I was
different
good.
pockets. You know.
I preferred the 3, but 2 to 4, I was good.
Yeah.
Then I
be
got
like
stuck
that.
at 6'1", and it's like you 2 until you out of this bitch because you should have been a point guard.
that part. It be like
You're
that
supposed to be a one,
sometimes.
damn it.
Listen.
Nah, I had a ball. I learned a lot from basketball. Speaking of which, shout out to Potential Threats basketball team, AAU team.
Solid.
Had the honor of having the coaches on here a couple weeks ago, and also building a media day. Shout out to Fine Production,
Respect.
Sweat
Shout
100
out.
Podcast, and I forget the photographers' names that were there, but we built something for these young men. I met a lot of cool young kings. You know what I mean? Dope energy. And I feel like I'm about to adopt a basketball team.
The whole tribe. The whole
But
tribe.
I feel like I'm about to start buying cases of Gatorade and just
Oh, he
leave
about to be a whole
Sponsor.
tribe.
Yeah. Oh, soccer.
Whole soccer mommy.
You know what I
Cupcakes
mean?
and
But that's
all.
what it's about, though. That's community, man.
Absolutely.
But shout out to them
Community
for the
building.
opportunity. But
For sure.
things like that to keep the conversation going. Community based things. What would you like to do in the community?
Oh,
You know,
gosh.
to utilize your influence for the betterment of the future of the community.
Honestly, for the community, I just want to spread more love to them because like singing is what I do. And that's even when if I'm singing in the house or whatever, I watch how my children react. I'm listening to what they're listening to, and I see that
We
some
all
of
talk
it
about
has.
when our mom used to sing in the house, and they mom could really sing. Imagine that.
It's a different feeling.
Now the funny thing about it is that when I sing, my daughter is like my biggest fan, and she has a little voice. So I said, you know what? Let's try something. So I gave her the mic, and she just don't know how to project into the microphone. That's her problem.
Oh, okay.
She
Yeah,
can
yeah.
sing without the microphone and can hold her nose, and it makes me very shy, and it makes me feel real good. Like, okay,
That's so cute.
That might
She
be
got
my
it
little
honest
stuff.
though.
Yeah.
That's
And it's
beautiful.
crazy because I have a cousin. She's actually a singer, and her name is Candy Staten,
Okay.
and she sings the song. What is it? Music.
That's her. That's your cousin.
Nuh-uh.
I know that song.
It's an old song.
Make come together. Stop
Yeah.
playing.
I know
I
that
used to
song.
kill that song when I was a
And
kid.
she has the curly
shout out to her.
hair.
Shout out.
And she
Shout out to the
like
family.
and
It's my
pod.
joint.
it's amazing because like my daughter, I look at them and I'm like, they my biggest fan, so they're listening to it and they're telling me, they're giving me their opinion.
And then, you know, kids is
theirs
raw.
hard.
Kids is
I ain't
raw.
like that song.
When I
That
get
joint
the
was
I ain't-
boring.
I ain't got
When
no
I get
kids,
the
but
videos
listen.
of somebody kids singing my shit, I know I did something right.
No, real stuff. Cause my
When the
kids
kids react.
For the Miles of Babes.
Listen.
That's their stuff. Can't tell
Yeah, she
them.
told me that the other day. I
Can't
was-
tell them. They be in the car. You wanna snub with Sammie? I be like,
I'm gonna tell you the
"Oh,
illest part.
God."
She told me the other day that this is their daily commute to
Routine.
school song.
Oh, wow, really?
We
It's
go
a
to
How
vibe.
hard that is. That be
vibe.
30 years from now, they go like, Mom, remember that song we used to listen to on the way to school?
Exactly.
That's me.
Exactly. And that's
Who
you.
knew I would be that guy?
Part of the
Yup.
history, man.
That's
That's
part of their
community,
history.
man.
And this is somebody that was able to tell me that. You know what I mean? Because we never know how we touch people.
Right.
We don't know where these streams come from.
That's gonna be my
Exactly.
barbecue music. I keep telling him that. That's my barbecue music. That's that Fresh Prince joint. Summer, summer, summer.
Oh, yeah,
Now you
man.
got Do You Wanna Ride?
Make me want to throw on some skates, man, for real.
Bro.
Stop
I'm telling you, we
playing.
gonna
You know, the
skate
weather
real
breaking.
soon.
You know, the
Period.
weather
Real soon.
is breaking.
And that might be the reason we ain't shoot the video yet. It might be because we were
It's a
supposed to shoot
summertime joint.
the other side of it. with good weather.
Come on with it.
You know what I'm saying?
Stop playing.
So
We
many
weren't supposed to
ideas
be
for
bundled
that.
up. We weren't supposed to
Don't
be
make me
bundled up.
learn how to skate backwards. Like
I don't know
You know what's
how.
crazy?
Just
I
push
used
me.
to.
So I can go
you
backwards.
just gotta put a little slide
I used to know
into
how
it.
to skate backwards, but the problem with skating backwards is the transition.
Like going like from front to back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't think I remember how to pull that off smooth, and my knee don't work like it
Yeah,
used
because
to.
once you fall, it's
not the
over.
knee. Not the knee.
And I told
Yeah.
motherfuckers, man, if you fall while we shooting a video, you're guaranteed to make the video.
Oh,
So if you
'Cause
want
that's
to
gonna
make
be
sure you got a
interesting.
spot, fall.
fall.
Yeah, make sure you with it. Just fall. Because everybody that falls is going to make it, I guarantee.
Heck yeah.
You skate? You know how to skate?
Forward.
Oh. She said no
I
transition.
said,
Nope.
you want me to
can't.
skate backwards, you're going to have to push me. And I'm going to go backwards. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm going to go
I
backwards.
told Cass, the way I've been feeling lately, I'm going to get that little walker they get a kid.
Period.
No, chill. Oh no.
So you won't
big
fall?
Bro, chill.
It got a
I
wheel
can't
on there.
afford to fall no more, man.
Yo, that would be so stupid. I see you like
Like, just be old already. Like,
Everybody just
he's practicing.
skating circles around you. Like
I'm pushing her head, busting move, grab it back.
stop.
Struggle
over
is
you.
real.
I'm so over you.
Struggle is
I think it
real.
would be fun. No, but ultimately for that, it has to be fun. Like,
Yeah, for
we
sure.
can't take ourselves seriously at all in that joint. You know what
No,
I mean? Like,
nice. It's a fun thing. That's
it's
a
a
fun.
vibe.
It's a vibe. Definitely
And like
a
you
vibe.
said last night, I told Activate to pick my set, and I was surprised he didn't play that because he loves that song too. But then he played a bunch of other shit, and as soon as he popped that
hard to
bottle, Sippin
choose,
came
man.
on, and
Sippin', I'm sippin'.
You
I'm
already
sippin',
know
I'm
how that
sippin',
go.
I'm sippin'. Yeah, he was
got
just.
crazy.
know.
He's messed up. Shout out to Activate. He was like, guys, I love
Activate.
you. I love y'all. I'm like, he is drunk. Why would y'all do this?
Shout
I
out
love
to
he
y'all.
said he
Activate.
don't usually drink like that.
He
so
don't.
was
For real?
he's
He was
gonna-
lit
he's like, so
last
I'm
night.
gonna remember this forever.
I was looking at my
Lit.
timeline. All I saw was Activate's big old smile through my whole timeline. Everybody caught a pic.
Then she kissed him on his cheek.
Oh, he was
To
like,
activate if you don't
Like he was having the best life. Like
what? He was having the best life of his life.
Because mind you, it's supposed to be over at midnight.
We was like 3 in the morning.
y'all was lit till then.
Yeah,
Well,
because
they was
usually
still
the thing
there.
is,
Oh, that's why you came in here like I'm tired.
Yeah, I'm tired.
that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I was saying in the beginning. Like I'm surprised you
crying.
woke up in a good mood the way we.
I did. I was like,
'Cause
oh,
I left
God,
early.
I gotta sleep.
I got off stage and 10 minutes later,
Yeah, I was
gone.
looking for you. I was
Real.
like, what the heck?
This
You
that
done
age
left
creeping
me.
up on you.
He got
Not
to get
even
that
that. Last week was so hectic. Like
Oh, I know it.
last week was busy as hell.
Y'all
So
was
it's like
every day.
I've been picking my spots this
Every
week.
day.
I feel you.
Yeah, I've been trying to be mindful because everybody keeps saying take care of yourself, take care of
Yes.
yourself. And like 8 people told me that in like 3 days. So it's like, yeah, well,
Take care of yourself. You got
I'm gonna
to.
go home early. I'm gonna take my nap.
Yeah, take your old people nap.
Speaking of
I don't
taking
get to get
care,
off work at 5. I don't start work till after 5.
and your work going to clearly after 3 a.m.
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you be tired.
That's all week.
So like, and talking about all of this, right? Like I'm curious personally, like, you have beautiful children, you clearly, you work, but then you're also pursuing your passions. Like,
Mm-hmm.
how do
Trying.
you balance?
I don't know how I balance it. I'm gonna be honest.
Or like, what's the driving force? Like,
I think that because I want it so bad, and it's to the point, it's like they gotta hear me. They gotta hear me because like I wanted, I the goal that I'm trying to reach. Rather, if it's not me being a big star, if I have to be a big star as a writer, y'all gotta hear me.
you got something to say?
Right. So it's like I'm
out to
writing. I'm doing everything that I possibly can do for y'all to understand that I'm trying to set another wave. Whether y'all like it or not, y'all gonna like it anyway. So why not just get with the program? And it's just like it's hard. It's hard because there's a lot of talented people in Philadelphia.
Absolutely.
But with both of y'all being singers, a lot of the things that's going on, the narrative, I should say, has been that R&B isn't the same, soul isn't the same, and this, that, and the third. Do y'all feel like, do y'all think about that when you're creating?
You looking at me?
I'm asking both of y'all. 'cause
Oh
y'all both- I'm
yes,
asking
you go first. I go after you.
Okay.
You in the middle.
I feel like, all right, like for example, HB. When I listen to her music, it's very soulful. I can tell from soulful and you just singing because it touched your soul. You be like, yo, this my stuff. It's about the tune of your voice
Absolutely.
that capture people and what you're saying. So for me, I feel like I want to bring. I don't think. Okay, can I be a soulful singer? Yes, but then no. It's
What
weird.
about the R&B side of it?
The R&B side, yes, because I'm like, that's all. I love singing. I love music, and it don't matter what beat you give me. You could give me a corny behind beat. I'm gonna make that joint sound hot.
I remember you did like a reggae dancehall type joint.
Real
That's the
stuff.
first, like, yeah.
Like-
that was on, Sippin, you was there too. Like,
I just want everybody to just like
Shit,
just.
you got one too.
What? Yes, she do. She's very talented. She's
you got
very
a Bob
soulful.
Marley joint too.
Thank you.
What is he talking
Thank
about?
you.
And
You
it's
took
crazy,
it
I
out
thought
my
about it
mouth.
3 times during this conversation.
She
'Cause we
got
talking
that
about
laid back
versatility and all
like.
of that.
it's the way we feel
I be
music.
too laid back when I listen to her music. Vibe from you. I
But
be
you know-
like,
I appreciate that, but I'm gonna give it a buck though. It's funny you say that, and I don't mean to cut you off.
no, you're fine.
And I've been sipping with Sammie.
Yeah, we
Y'all
all been
know.
Oh, shit.
Oh, but can we cheers real quick?
I got a little bit. She needs some more. You got something in there?
Yeah. Cause you know how it
Let me
is.
freshen mine up a little bit.
I don't know if I
Ice
should.
cube
I don't know if I should add anything.
That part.
Freshen mine up. Hey, you ain't gotta do what I do.
I can't do what you do.
Yes.
I can't do what you do neither.
Yeah.
Real life.
I'm okay with that.
Can't
Cheers,
do what
man.
you do in real life. But what you was about to say?
So yeah, you see, I had to sip first.
Okay.
No, it's funny because I feel like a lot of people gravitate to me as a soulful artist, but I feel like this next project,
It's not gonna be so soulful.
right? You know what I mean? I've been working on this project for a long
Does
time.
that make you anxious
a little bit?
or excited?
Both.
Then that's fine.
Because
That's where you're supposed to be.
because I look at it like shedding skin. Some people might like it, some people might not. You know what I
like the
mean?
shedding skin thing.
You know what I mean?
I like
So
that.
it's like it's a a changeover because as we're artists,
Yeah.
we have the right to explore.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like some artists like who are really like popping right now today, like iconic type artists, like the minute they step outside of their audience's comfort zone, it's like whatever.
Well,
like you know what I mean? So I'm looking at it like
And a lot of them aren't allowed the opportunity to.
Yeah.
right.
And I'm explaining this because I like to tell the artists this all the time. So whoever's listening that might be followers of y'all need to hear this. When you're creating, whatever you're capable of, do it. Do it at a high level. Do it often. And make it as various and as random as possible before somebody else invests in you and tells you what you're good at.
Cheers to that.
Yeah. Seriously.
Because at the end
Don't
of the
tell
day,
me,
if
yeah.
you already doing it, just like you said, you got records you didn't think was the record, right?
The people chose them.
And the
Definitely
people liked
chose
it,
it.
right?
Yeah.
So say the label says one of the records that you thought was the one. And they like, this is your sound. This is what we need. We need 5 more of these. And then you could point to the numbers and say, well, my audience already like when I do this too.
That part right there.
So it's like, what do you do after that?
At some point, you got to take my perspective.
Say
into
that
account
again,
because
Sammie.
They're the ones that's streaming and paying.
Exactly.
So it's like, if you don't do that ahead of time, all you have is what they can prove.
Yeah, but you looking at the fact that you look at your analytics, you look at your information, like you look at how people react.
And they're looking at it too. So they saw those numbers.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But those are the numbers that you can rely on in some of these conversations.
Right.
In some spaces, it's not even, there's just negotiations. You got to let them talk, whatever have you, and you talk to the person and they speak for you, whatever have you.
Right.
But when it comes down to my creative ability and what my audience will adapt to, it's my job to try that out before I let y'all control what that means. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So where you're at is exactly where you're supposed to be at. You're doing exactly what you're supposed to do. You kind of said the same thing that she said. It's just different. It's y'all had different goals of accomplishing the same, different ways of accomplishing the same goal.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like that's what I believe that's what you're supposed to do. I fight for that, and that's why I lead by example.
Right.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
it's one of those things where it's like motherfuckers be like, yeah, but on every song you motherfucking bust the rhymes. Like, no,
Not really.
You're not cut and dry like that.
Right.
You
I can't-
definitely not.
I'm not going. Never.
No.
You know what I mean? We're not gonna play them games. You're not gonna
Yeah.
box me in, but it's not
Yeah.
gonna make me turn down either.
Heck no. It's definitely not going to be.
If anything, the opposite, right?
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
gonna make
It's
me
like, well, I
wanna
gotta
be
make it
less
work.
animated is going to make me want to figure out different ways to do it and fit them in the ways that you didn't even think was possible.
Boom.
Yep.
Shit like that.
Boom.
But no, I think that y'all said a lot of things that make a lot of sense through the confusion of the game and building your catalog.
Right.
Your catalog getting husky.
Yeah. Who?
You.
Mine?
Yeah. For sure. Your catalog getting husky.
So.
You working. I see it.
But you know what though? A lot of people be like, "Oh, don't rush to throw your songs out there," and all this other stuff. I'm like, I have so much more that I could throw out there.
Well, the thing is
But
to not
I'm
put it out
not.
without a plan.
Right.
Without a plan. I didn't do the traditional rollout to where I would have probably did it before because we in different times. But I did it in a way that fits my brand.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And I committed to doing a rollout for the next 6 months.
Okay.
Because if I'm putting out back to back projects, then rollouts never stop. Every time I say I got the lager, I gotta say that the IPA is already out there. When the stout comes out, I gotta say that the lager.
That's exactly how they do it in the like the.
Really?
I love that actually. I just want to say that by the way. That's exactly how they do
it's
it.
a real run.
Yeah.
But it was
that.
thought out. Like it's part of the reason I'm missing sleep. It's because I'm getting up and going and doing 3 radio shows in a day and still being out at night and all of that.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Because I committed that if this what we doing, this what we doing. Because I have to balance out my music with my media. And the music's great. I got records with both of y'all, multiple records with both of y'all.
Multiple.
That's
Yeah.
still, you know what I mean? I'm excited about to this day. Like, they got to come out.
DJ
And they got to come
Khaled.
out soon.
Oh, man, you got records, but a lot of people, my dude, on some real shit.
Right.
Yeah,
On
man.
some real, but
Shout out to Donnie Blue. She just told me she wants me to be a part of this vision that she has for her next couple projects. So I'm gonna do something again with Donnie. She gave me a dope vibe from the project too.
Yeah, I love. That's one who sung the hook "Fly with Me."
yeah,
I love her
that song.
voice.
that's
I
my
was like,
actually
okay.
my favorite song on the project.
On
Besides,
IPA?
besides Ain't Easy. Yeah, I can't,
Yeah, that's my.
I can't hold you like
those
we
my
went
2
in,
songs,
but
yes.
I ain't gonna hold you, but Fly With Me, I love that
I love
song.
it.
Every time I hear it.
It's real laid back. Like you riding in the car and it's nighttime. It's you chill. You just came from dinner and you just vibing. That's what it gives me. Like it gives me that type.
That's why I called it
Oh,
avalanche
harmonies
music.
is crazy. She killed them harmonies.
She bodied that, and it's just like when she did it. Who was in there? Somebody was in there. It was another rapper, and they was like, "Yo,
Yeah, she did
you
that
like
shit.
kill this. This like some Hove shit."
Real stuff.
And I
love
was like, "I'm good." Like, but I think,
Why the face
Why
though?
right?
Like,
See that?
am I? Like, I'm good.
you know what I mean? Like, you know, I kind of rap, but
I'm crying.
she is bodying it. Like that's what it was.
Yeah.
Like
It made
but
you
then
step the game
I think,
up.
Crying.
I also think anybody else would have kept that to the face. And I think that the beauty in it is that Streets comes on with an unorthodox flow and a great message.
Shout out to
and
Streets.
he's in a certain pocket. And then Kane comes in and he's snapping and he's
Shout out to Kane
eloquent
Black.
with how he words his part. And it's,
Eloquent.
No, Kane was real eloquent. Like if you
Yeah,
really listen to how he
it's
break
no
down
kill, shoot.
but
crazy.
I'm just talking about the wordplay and the delivery. Like
Yeah, he
he was in
definitely
and
got
out of
good
pockets
wordplay.
on that joint, and it was flawless. Like it was like effortless. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just one of those things where it's like that was the best way to do it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think like that. Other people want the moments for themselves. Now, one thing that's hectic about doing things the way I like to do it is that I can't perform it if you're not there.
That's the worst.
I could do Ain't Easy probably without HB, but it's nothing like when HB there.
Yeah, you want
When
the artist to
HB
be
real.
is singing
there.
the hook and I got another mic and I can tell the crowd to sing along,
It's way better.
we done it. It gets crazy.
Yeah.
It gets crazy.
Yeah.
I love that song.
You know what I mean? So it's like stuff like that, but at the same time, I got my own shit. You know, I pick my spots, but I think that's part of it too. Like, I'm excited about these projects that I have coming out. Not so much about people getting more of me. It's like I'm getting to debut a lot of y'all.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? Even the same with the concert series. Like, I'm getting to put people that I work with all the time behind the scenes on the front line under my name. And to an audience that's like wondering, like, so you on the radio all the time and he's doing podcasts and what's, you know what I mean? Like, this is a way to bring it
all
together
stick,
the way you can
yep.
see, well, this is why you see
Stick
these
glue.
people in my pictures, and this is why you whatever.
It's a conglomerate that's being built right now. This umbrella.
I think
stuff.
there's a lot of umbrellas up right now, and I think that right now the blessing in it is that motherfuckers are not offended by my energy.
Hell no.
So I'm
real
allowed
recognize
to like
real.
duck under your umbrella. I can dip under your umbrella for a minute. You know what I mean?
Bro, on some real, you
I ain't
stumbling
gonna
on a
get so-
whole nother topic. We could talk about it, but not right now. But we listen, the whole like, we not gonna listen. It's 2022. What we not gonna do? Because I've been drinking that Hornito. Shout out to my Shout out to my big bro Sippin. What we not gonna do in 2022 is dim anybody's light, especially if they're a brother or sister. We not gonna dim the light.
Right.
We not gonna feel it. No. What we gonna do is celebrate. Period.
That's what you're
because
supposed to do.
Yeah, because it's crazy. I came across this post on Instagram, and it was I think Meek Mill talking. I ain't gonna get into the politics of that, but it was like the whole thing of like, you know, I'm elevating. Like, why would I want to keep myself behind? Like, you know, I'm elevating the people that's elevating. Like, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
So my whole thing is like this.
Like I came this far to stay the same.
Yeah.
Why? It doesn't make sense. You know, but when you're building a network and it's respected and real recognized real, there shouldn't be a feeling of intimidation or jealousy or any of that. We're all working towards a common goal, and there is you know what I mean? There is a process, and we gotta respect that, especially if the avenues are being built by whoever's building the avenues. That's the one thing I can't stand. Niggas build a road, so you mad because they build a road? You driving on the road? You cool with driving on the road? You mad they built a road? They built the road.
No, the road.
Like you know what I'm saying?
Like, ride on.
No,
like,
the
you know
road
what I'm
is
saying?
perfect till you get to the 3 mile marker and it says
Like-
SippinWitSammie Highway. And then it's like, yo, fuck
I ain't got
this
no
road.
problem driving on 95, my nigga. I ain't got no problem driving on 87. I ain't got no problem driving on 422, whatever it called for. Because at the end of the day, when I build my road, that's just an extension.
Yeah.
That's an extension of a super highway. A super highway is a collection of different roads and destinations that take you and lead you to different pivotal places.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
HB is a prolific writer. Do you hear how she
You see how she's talking? I'm like,
There ain't no hate in the way that I move, because it's at the end of the day, you gotta respect it.
Now, what you just brought up,
no.
what you just made me really realize, and I think that that's the misconception in this city. There's a lot of people and a few movements that have been around for a long time, but a lot of what is contributing right now is still being built at a very
so fresh,
at a very low level. Like it's brand
so fresh.
new.
Yeah.
And I mean, like the art itself, if we talk hip hop, rap music, you know what I mean, is brand new as a culture. And even with you guys being singers and being in Philly, y'all run around with us. So this is all still brand new territory for us to navigate, especially in a boss capacity.
Right.
You know, trying to run things, trying to make things better, trying to improve on what was done before us. You know what I mean? Trying to
because you
make
got
sure.
the historic knowledge, like you got the bridge.
Yeah, so you're trying to build on that.
Right.
But I think people see things going well and assume that you know everything, or that it's like, or it's like, oh, all you got to do is plug and play. Like, no, it don't work like that.
Right.
Like, I see people criticize. I got a comment on the concert series. He said, "Yo, it was dope. You know what I mean? Whatever. But it was too much unnecessary in between time." And it was like, there is no unnecessarily in between time on a video because
This is live.
it's live.
This is
And
community.
it's a concert. When have you ever been to a concert
Did it
when
get
the
stopped?
DJ didn't have a DJ break? Probably between every performance.
Right.
Our DJ played one song, we got right
Shout out
back to
DJ
business,
Nate.
and then we had an intermission.
Right. But that's not how it normally supposed to go anyway. So I'm confused.
pretty sure you've
Have you
never
even-
put together a production before.
Not something they
So
never
you don't
did.
understand how the wheel works. You just drive the car. You see what I'm saying? So it just be like, sometimes you getting feedback from people that never threw a cookout before, and that's one of the easiest things you could do.
Oh, what? Yes, because you got to start like 2 days before.
But it still worked.
You know,
So just imagine doing what me and Font Productions got to put into that, with DJ
That's a lot.
Nate G's put into that, with Zach put into that, with my co-hosts and everybody that lends energy to those situations put into that. People getting off work, rushing straight to me.
come on.
You know what I mean? Trying not to smell or look like work or whatever have you.
Right.
Like, come on, man. What are we doing?
That's just the hater. That's just the hating
Like,
in their blood.
and I don't even think that they thought that they were. I don't think that they did it with the intent to hate. I think they gave their honest opinion, but their opinion is based on their knowledge.
Right.
Yeah, it's like
Right.
I
So-
didn't take it as like facetious because
Okay.
he said it was a good joint. But you know there was that in between there.
But
And
it's
I
okay
get it.
to have in between because art. Like for example, when you watch a movie, like if rather it's on Hulu, whatever the case may be,
If
or you
it's
watching
4
a
hours
concert,
long,
you need a
you need a fucking
break.
intermission.
Yes. Like you think Beyonce doing a concert and she going straight through it and that's just what it is?
I don't know.
No.
Beyonce crazy.
She do 20
probably like,
She do 20 wardrobe changes though. So
yeah, so she need that break
She
to
needs them
change.
breaks. Yep.
To probably sip a little
That's
bit
why
of
she got the
water
team
or
around.
eat that little ice balls that she like.
You know?
Like, you know, and then she go back out there and she give you another show.
How do you know she likes ice
She
balls?
knows.
Cause so listen to her
'Cause you
show
got-
that she had. It was called Coachella or something like that.
Oh yeah. Oh, you
She
watched
had
that?
the,
John?
yeah,
Yeah.
she had literally curved ice like
I watched
ice
the
balls.
Beyonce Experience.
The
I watched
the
half of it.
Oh,
you did?
shit.
Yeah, it was one of them times I was like in a relationship with a chick. They used to always let me pick the movies. And one night I was.
That
one
exist-
night
that
she hit me
exists?
with the, yeah, it was
That
crazy.
doesn't exist no
I mean,
more.
I'm something like a boss. But she was like,
That's a whole nother podcast.
I was like, no, like, you know, you get to pick the next joint. We had a conversation. I think she was complaining
haven't
because I
picked
had
a
to watch
movie
it
in, like,
gangster shit. All type of shit.
I was about to say that sounded about right. That sounded about right.
Like,
God,
no,
I
you pick the joint next time. Next time we
Right.
We, you know what I mean? And she bought the DVD, the Beyonce Experience, and I looked at this bitch and I said, "This is 70 Beyonce songs. Does
Wow.
Beyonce have 70
70
songs?
fucking songs.
It's like
She probably
60.
got-
She performed like 60 something Jones straight.
It's Beyonce.
Woo.
We got to like 20 something.
You was over
and
it?
No. I had more respect for her than anybody I have ever
Beyonce.
seen perform in my
Yeah.
life.
What can you
and
do?
I've seen the greats perform live.
It's
Yeah.
freaking
She
Beyonce.
had it
I'm
away.
talking about.
That's
I've
crazy.
seen them live since MC Hammer days.
Yeah.
Like, I've been going to concerts since a pup. B, different. She's like a robot. And then I was
Thank you.
I was at the On the Run tour.
Oh, she was.
I was in the third row
hold
on
on.
the Run tour.
It's so
She's a
funny.
machine.
You triggering me right now. I gotta
She's
ask
a
you this.
machine.
I gotta ask you this, my J. Okay. All things aside,
Mhm.
are you the diva or not? Like, or do you have like a list? Like, if everything is actually like exactly how you envisioned it, like, are you
I
the
wanna
one
know
with
what
the
a
like,
diva is,
my
man.
dude, like, this is the only candy I want in my trailer, like,
Yeah.
like, oh shit,
Yeah.
What color M&Ms you need?
Purple.
stop playing with them.
M&Ms?
Purple.
I don't even think they make
They don't
that
make
yet.
purple M&Ms, so I'm mad.
Yo,
I gotta stick with
Hold
it.
on.
And that's just no.
Cause that's why I said
I
that's
knew
yo
that was a
sipping.
great
Cause
question when
I
you
know,
asked it,
cause
yo.
sipping, cause you triggered me, bro. You triggered me. I was like, nah, hold on, cause
I have certain candy I like. I like this the lifestyle gummies. That is my
You see how
stuff.
fun host it could be?
Like that is my stuff. Like what? I would go to Walmart and I'll be like, "Dang, got my stuff. Everybody like it now."
Irked.
My whole day in my stuff now because I
Irked.
didn't get my gummies. Like what? I need my gummies. Nothing's
I
gonna
want the
taste
purple
better.
ones. Damn
Your
it.
tour
They gotta
manager
start-
going to be understanding. We
I'm trying to let you know, right?
We gotta get 2K, the most understanding thing in the world.
I mean, I
out to
just
2K.
want some gummies. That's all I started doing that. Like I just wanted some
How do I
gummies.
know though? Like,
No, the funny thing is, I didn't
I
pick
picked
up
it
on
up. I picked
But
it
as soon
up.
as you said it, I was like, "Oh, this is a good one."
No, cause she
Yeah.
was agreeing with everything you was saying about the Beyonce, and I was like, nah.
Cause she like
No, because
Nah.
she's tapped in. She know what I'm talking about.
like cause that's like how like when he was saying she turned one way, everybody was like,
Oh yeah, yo, when I was at
Pass
the
out.
On the Run joint, bro, she did the
crying.
Michael Jackson joint.
No,
Remember when
the
Michael
head
stood there
joint.
like this and they just cheered?
they
for like
just
20
died. Like they
She
just
didn't do it like that. She was like this. Then she went like this.
the crowd.
And they went even crazier. They went
Then she
even
went like
crazy.
this.
Oh, losing their damn
Then she
mind.
went like this.
Oh hell, somebody passed out.
This is about
That part.
15 minutes of screaming
I'm crying.
in
Okay,
a
good.
stadium. This is a stadium. We outside. 50,000.
She's blessing the children.
You know how powerful
she's
Beyonce
blessing
is, yo?
the children. You see?
Like he had a
I'm gonna tell you how powerful.
Let's replace Beyonce with Marjay.
No, hold
Marjay
on.
blessed the children.
Yeah.
Is that you?
Yo, listen.
Is that you?
That's definitely me. Look, listen. I told myself, let me get some dancers. I've been
It's a wrap
working
after
hard
that.
to get some. Once I get me a couple of dancers, that's on the.
I'm gonna tell you something.
It's
Okay.
over.
Okay.
Dances are
On
awesome.
period.
They're expensive.
They're very expensive. That's why I ain't got any.
You better
pay
find
for,
the
you pay
school.
for you better. 'Cause
Oh,
you pay
right?
for rehearsal
Get an
time. You
answer.
pay for costumes. You pay for all
All
that.
that
shit.
you gotta
stuff,
pay
right?
for all that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a real thing. You pay
But
for
the
their
good thing
time.
I
You pay for their time the
so-
night of the performances. All of that.
I'm about to take some dance classes, Sammie.
I mean, you know.
No, real stuff because like I want to put on a show. Like I want to drop. Like we found the next.
You ever thought about dance classes and all that? Like,
Yeah, what?
For real?
Yes, I'm so serious.
Like you really like. I'm
wanna
looking at it like this in the
sing
future is
and
production. Like
Yeah.
production. in
Last
the
couple
future.
times I
Yeah.
talked to Marjay, she been talking about doing a lot of shit to make sure that she doing what she's
Okay.
supposed to do to get what she trying to get.
I mean, they say less.
Yeah, I'm like, I play no games.
You gotta find that.
and
Yeah.
since she said it, you know what I'm saying?
You gotta find it
Now that-
because
now that
that's
it's
what
out
you keep
there.
seeing every time you performing. You probably see it too.
When I go on the stage, I don't see nobody.
Okay, speak on it.
I don't see nobody.
See? What you see?
I just see myself on a big behind stage performing my behind off. That's all I see. I don't see the people that I normally see in the crowd anymore. Because now I'm in my zone and I'm trying to show y'all that look, this what I'm gonna do. And so when I sing and people hear me sing, I want them to know like she's singing. Oh, she ain't just she's singing. Yeah, I want you to know that's what I'm doing. But if I could just get the dance in motion, I want to put on a show for y'all. I don't want to just stand in one spot and just. I want to put on a.
I ain't gonna lie though, my sister one of the best choreographers in the city.
Say that for real.
Yeah, man.
I
She
won't be
kind of like
Mary J.
came
Blige
up in
doing
it.
this all day.
Like she was a
Sammie.
dancer. She was captain of Clark Atlanta's dance
Oh
team.
yeah,
We gotta
my
tug
sister's
on
something
that.
like a monster with that choreography shit. But
just give me like a cute 2-step type thing
I mean,
Something.
You know, we'll talk about
with
it.
the girls.
It's so crazy how dance has become so more like I don't know. Like, all right, I'm gonna throw this at y'all. Y'all tell me if I'm on or off with this, and then expand on it.
I
Dance
used
has.
to dance too, so
I can't. I'm not convinced.
Shut up.
I'm not
I've
convinced.
never seen you even
got
pop
trophies.
your shoulder. Actually, that's a lie. There was one performance that it was a members only John. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
I got trophies.
Marjay, you was there too, but you was working. You was in
I'm
your
always
bag.
working in the bag and stuff. They
First
try
of all,
keep me in there cooking.
I was
flipping
lead
burgers.
frog.
Marjay be
Fuck
multitasking.
y'all talking about, man? I was lead frog.
You, Sammie, I know. Marjay, this is about you. I'm gonna pause. Can I pause for a second?
But you talk about me to still sit with Sammie.
I know that's right. Listen, because this nigga right here. Because you just told me you used to dance back in the you had me lit to the point where I forgot where I was at. I was at a show. I was at the goddamn Wells Fargo with it. Like I was in the audience
in my
lit.
head.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
was
come
lit
in my
because
head.
you was in there show the juke and all of
I'm
that.
sipping.
So you was there. You was with me. You was there.
That's my move.
You know, but you was in your joint. So like
everybody hype.
No, I'm lazy. I'm a lazy dancer now. But
that
like I
mean?
literally like I don't do. I find
Dancing is
pockets
back.
and I stick with them.
See,
Like I'm good.
It's
you know
a
how-
resurgence,
what do you say?
though.
What Will Smith said? You stay
Nuh-uh.
right here.
right?
Stay right.
Stay right here. You find right here. You good? I'm good right there because I done did all that. Like
It
I
look
done-
good because your
I
hair
done
long.
did- I
If
done
your
did-
hair wasn't long, you wouldn't be
I
able
done
to pull
did
that off.
cartwheels and flips.
That part.
Like I done did all type of shit on stage, man. I'm not doing that shit no more, man.
What?
My secret move used to be to jump off stage. Now everybody do that shit.
Oh,
That's
that's too
yeah,
much.
yeah.
You can hurt yourself.
Kill myself.
Velcro performing
I'm
on the
cool.
ceiling. I'm like,
Oh
all right.
yeah.
I don't know about y'all, but
I heard
am
about
not
that
in
one.
club
You was
anymore.
there that
I cannot
night.
I was
jump
there
off.
when he jumped off the ceiling.
No, when he
Somebody
performed the
jumped off the
whole
ceiling.
song on the ceiling.
Wait,
Oh
who?
yeah.
You was there at Velcro.
Velcro.
I
He
knew you
stayed
was talking
jumping
about
on
Velcro.
stuff. I'm like, Lord.
He stage
Jesus, take
dives
the wheel.
into 5 people.
First of all,
They
Massachusetts
press
loves
him, They hold
Velcro.
him up, and he put them steel boots on the ceiling and
It's
literally
Spider-Man.
did an entire song
It's
upside
Spider-Man.
down. Like not just that part of the song. He did 3 minutes
ain't
upside
entertainment.
down. How do you breathe with people holding you like this, like you curled up with your feet up.
You gotta have one hell of a type of confidence
when I say
level.
The respect I got for Velcro and them, like and Twit, yo, and rest in peace, Sammie, man. Yeah, but the whole Real Squad, like how they give it up, you gotta understand, man.
It's beautiful. Yeah,
it ain't y'all be on stage. That shit ain't sweet. That shit ain't
put
sweet.
On the show.
I just asked you ever had to push yourself. But she made me think though, something you said about how you don't see anything. You see an arena or a stage, a huge stage.
Big old spotlights.
I see it like social media. I think would be the closest thing to compare it to. I can see the person that's smiling the hardest, and I can see the person that's chilling the hardest. And I play off of both. I play off of, and it's usually more than two people, but I play off of both of those energies. I'll play to the person that's looking like they not feeling me.
Right.
Almost like I dare you not to feel me. Right. And then I'll be right in pocket with the person that's smiling the hardest. But then I'll miss something. Because there's a window in here. Between. It's like RoboCop. It's like I only see like you know what I mean? It's like a window there. But I never thought about how I see the crowd until you just said that. And I guess it's kinda like social media. Yeah. It's who's smiling the hardest and who's grilling me the hardest.
Right.
And I've always been like that. Like I performed in Brooklyn and went at a whole corner of the room because I didn't think they was bopping with me and everybody else was. And after the show, they was like, "You killed that, but you ain't had to really like
play that hard enough."
Like it's cool, bro.
No, seriously.
But like I just be like, I got the white bartenders going crazy. Y'all supposed to fill me.
Oh yeah, and you know what?
Here with y'all.
It's crazy. I just tapped into what you just said. Yeah, I just tapped in.
If I'm performing a lot of time, we partying. I don't get up there and turn on the Scarface.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's an album cut. Like
that part.
So it just be like I be wanting you to turn up with me. It's not like I get up there and try to kill the whole room. And I need you to blood walk with me.
You creating yeah. Oh shit.
Shoot.
So I look at it like social media. I see the high and the low. Everybody else in between, I feel like it's just partying.
Yeah. You know, but I just picked up what you just put down though. Both of y'all. The whole I don't see no.
Yeah, I don't see anybody.
I respect that.
I hear him though, but I don't see him.
Because it's like you
just living it out. You just in it. You just in the passion.
Because I'm like I'm the star, so I got to put on a show, and I don't even know where it come from because most of the time I be shy. But it just come out of nowhere. Like some days it come and some days it doesn't. But like the days I know I have to do it, that's when it come out. If I'm just doing it just because for fun, so I do it for fun. But when I had to do it, like when Sammie and Kay was there, it's like I have to do this.
You got to, girl. You gotta put on.
And then when Kay was like, and that's my artist, that melted my heart. That melted my heart. I was like, please don't cry, my J. Put the tear in the eye. Put the tear in the eye because your eyelids gonna slide off.
I saw clips. I was so salty. I'm not gonna get into my personal issues, but I was so salty I could not make Operation 215 because I was hyped. I was telling, I'm gonna see y'all. Whatever. I saw clips. And I felt the energy through the phone.
No, it was going up in there.
It was definitely dope.
So shout out to you, my J. And because what I'm hearing right now, like you don't get these type of conversations and settings like these sometimes because everything is just going. You know what I mean? So where you could take a pause and like hear somebody out, like you know what I mean? It seems like you already got a picture and you're just leading us to the gallery.
Trying to.
That's what I'm thinking.
With my ice ball and my purple candy, my lifesaver gummies.
Oh, shit.
All of this is good to know, by the way.
Where's my life gummies? Kay, I want
Fiji water.
Where's my?
This is Aquafina.
Kay, I'm like, if you don't go out there.
Sammie's
get your life. You get
like that emoji. You know that? He like that emoji. You know what I'm talking about? The emoji. But they like.
I know how to deal with that shit.
I know you do. You have to. You from Philly. You a Philly brother. Crying. You gotta deal with this.
I'm like, I just wanted some life.
Philly brother from Uptown. You better know how to deal with it.
And I'm understanding, but I'm harsh because at the end of the day, we got a goal to reach. I just told you a story before we got on air about a girl had 30 seconds left to finish her job for the night, and she couldn't pull herself together to do those 30 seconds. The last thing she had to do before she walked out the building. And it's like, yo, in this environment and what I just seen happen, you shouldn't be that far gone.
Right.
With what you have ahead of you. It's just like being in a relationship. Like if the smallest things are things we can't figure out, then what happens when we progress to the big things?
Because it's coming.
Because there's rough things. Like, there's monumental things that either of us may have never seen, or one of us has seen, the other one hasn't seen, and it's possible to happen. And it's like, what do we do then? How do you be I saw a lady say, I was married for 40 years. She said, and somewhere in the middle, I hated him for about 4 to 5, 6 years of that shit.
Jeez. Not 4 or 5 months.
I don't pray for
4 to 5, 6 years.
And she said, I'm glad that we stuck together.
That's a blessing. That's love right there.
Like, our generation don't
4 or 5,
understand.
6
working through that.
Hating the motherfucker and being like, you know what? I gotta figure out why
Trust
I hate
me,
him.
I ain't loved all the time, so I get that.
But you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
respect.
it only take a week. The motherfucker's going forever.
No,
Like,
and that's
and
some
make
real
a permanent
stuff.
decision within the next couple months that really changes the situation.
Yeah.
And it's like, we don't even think about the motherfucker that say, yo, I'm so glad I stayed though.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And where did that come from? What happened in that dynamic?
Yeah.
As opposed to taking the route that everybody else take because they say they deserve.
Yeah, it's true.
Chime. Last time I said I needed a chime, I fucked up. I didn't bring it. Next time I will.
You better not bring no damn.
I'm bringing a damn chime because you be hitting that shit. You be giving a word, bro.
Real stuff.
Okay, and I gotta make sure. Chime.
Like I said,
people catch that.
I think my grandma wanted me to be a preacher or a deacon, and my mama wanted me to be a teacher. So I
He
guess
didn't do neither or.
I'm a hip hop something.
He's a hip hop artist. / He's not even a hip hop artist. He's an artist.
I'm an artiste.
Say that again.
Artiste.
Say my shit like Tarjay. What you mean?
What period? He's an artist.
So Ma J, let me ask you this. Can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
So you got a lot of hitters right now. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, seeing you perform, people knowing your music, singing along with you, all of that. You got like at least 4 or 5 songs. Like, people are like
Gravitating towards, yo.
for real. Probably more than that. I'm underselling you. You know what I mean? So like, have you thought about visuals?
As far as
Like music video kind of like thing, or like, is that something you feel like when that
Absolutely.
album comes is when you're gonna have the big breakout, the big like Ma J John, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's your thought about that? Because I feel like you got so many songs that already got videos to them.
I do.
That I'm like,
I got
okay, we got
feelings,
patience. All right, we got
checklist. Which
Why
is
You Do
my
Me Like
way.
That? Like, we got
Rolling.
okay, come
Eliminate. Like, I have like
It's too much.
With Eliminate, I really have a vision with that one.
That
As far as a
song.
laid back, as I'm singing, you know how you walking around in your apartment. It's this chill day, so it has to be on a day that's raining.
Is this the Poetic Justice video?
oh, word. You got a concept?
Which one is the one with the popcorn?
Give us some. You got a concept?
That's the Eliminate with the popcorn.
Eliminate is that
Yep.
John. Okay.
And you just chilling.
What's the Poetic Justice video?
Yep. And your popcorn, you watching movies, and your partner call, and you pick up the phone with your feet kicked up on the couch and stuff. It's more of a laid back type situation. I'm not out there twerking enough. It's just like I'm home.
You painting the story. Like,
yeah,
you putting
like
the
this
story
is what
together.
I'm doing today,
Yep.
and you could do it too. You go home, wash some clothes, drink some tea, go watch a movie until your boo call, and
But I think that's what Jill accomplished with her first couple videos, right? With
Yeah.
Take a Long Walk and
my
let's
God,
take, and she
yes.
walking.
And
hit it
oh,
right there.
long walk.
Yep.
with the Don't Bring That to My Door. What was the
You're getting in the way.
getting
Yeah,
away.
that's my
That was like the
stuff.
vibe. It was just like,
Yeah.
no, this is how
Shit.
I'm operating right now, and that's
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
I think that's dope. I think that's dope. Do y'all have specifics that y'all need to create under? Like, I know, since we're using Jill as an example, she said sometimes she used to just ride the subway in Philly and just get inspiration and like write in her head and put it down later.
To be honest, for me, I can.
And I mean, when she was famous, she was doing that.
She was. When she
Oh,
was famous, she was
word.
riding the subway.
Yeah, well, you know, she probably put the
Yeah.
glasses on and she looked like half a Philly.
She be undercover with it.
No
As long as
worries.
Jill don't smile, cause that smile, goddamn it. But as long as she don't smile, she might can get away
Yo,
with being next to you and just being somebody.
I'm gonna know it's her.
side note.
Oh my god.
Real talk, big bro. I don't know if you ever remember, but like back in the day, like a couple years ago, there was a finish line downtown, down 15th and Chestnut.
I know where all the sneakers and stores at.
I ran that finish line for a few years.
Yeah.
That's how I met a lot of people that I know today, because I was the store manager. I even feel like I interfaced with you a couple times because I created. I came from Boston, but that was my store, so I was the store manager for that finish line. But that was in the heart of the city, so I got a chance to meet some people.
I probably did see.
I met a lot of people.
What's the name street?
Yeah, and you had the Samsung footwear across the way. That was my rival. We was in each other's stores trying to see who had what. You know, it was a vibe.
So it was like 15th for what?
15th and Chestnut, right before the Foot Locker took it over.
And you know what's so crazy? Because I used to go to school on 15th and Chestnut.
I know it, but yo, I swear, when I was here, it was like 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015. I don't know. It was lit.
You met Jill?
I just got out.
She came into the store on a Sunday morning.
What?
Right when I opened up.
Like an angel.
Everything that you saying, that's what I'm saying. Everything that you saying. This is when I first came to Philly. I didn't really know, but I knew Jill Scott.
Absolutely.
But I'm the store manager. I'm not trying to be all Joe.
I'm like, hey, what you need?
You know, I had just learned what Joe was.
Count for them though, don't y'all?
No.
So they
Puma
really just
did.
be coming in like.
That's the thing. Like, that's the thing. But we're not going to get into that.
Right.
But what I'm going to say is this. What you said is right. She really be on some, like, I'm living. I'm in it.
Exactly.
I'm Jill Scott. Yeah, so the fuck what?
But I'm
If
still
gonna-
from Philly, and I'm still gonna get these sneakers. Can I get that Jordans over there?
Marsha the same
Say
way.
that, my J.
No, Marsha the same
Stop.
way. You know how many times I've been at the Jamaican cookout with
Okay.
Marsha, and she's sitting on blankets in the
Realness.
grass just chilling, and you wouldn't even know it was Marsha.
Marsha, come back to Philly, babe.
Like you had to really look like, oh,
Stop
shit,
playing with
that's
us. We love
Marsha.
you.
Like, but she be kicking it with my homegirls
Okay.
on they blanket.
Real rap.
It's more of a chill thing. Like, I mean, you don't have to be the extra artist that does extra stuff. Like, just being yourself is good enough.
Well, in
Say that
Philly,
again.
in Philly, we don't do
That's
extra
dumb.
anyway. Like, we're not a flashy city. We have flashy people,
Philly's
but
a
we're not a
different
city
vibe.
full of
Definitely
chains and
different
rims
vibe.
and shit.
This is
We're
raw
a city
talent.
where it's like the motherfucker next to you that might be the worst dressed one in the room might get the most respect in
Yup.
the room, and that could come from
Real
anything.
talk.
Yup.
Real talk.
That could come from anything.
Real talk. Yep.
And it's like you gotta recognize. Like my dad used to test us when we was kids. We'd be in a restaurant, bunch of white people around. Dad'd be like, "So who's rich? Who has the money?" And we would pick based off of superficial shit, right?
Never what you think.
He would point out the 80-year-old white woman and point out how old her jewelry is, how expensive them pieces is, how she's carrying herself. Because he wanted us to realize that, like, a motherfucker with a brand new Camaro could be dead broke.
Yeah,
Dead,
because you
bro.
could lease
The
those.
nigga with the Rolex, 80% of these motherfuckers with Rolexes got on fake ones. 20% of them,
Leasing them.
hold on,
Damn,
20%
Ross say
of the
some shit
ones
like that
wearing
too?
fake ones think that they real. They paid a real jeweler, they paid a real
They're
situation.
financing fake
Watches
jewelry.
is easily
Financing
duplicatable.
fake
Like you have to
jewelry.
go so
Disrespectful. Let me
the
go
way
give
that
me
they,
a.
the way that they doing it now, you have to go
Let me go
into
get one.
the
Oh, yeah.
watch to realize that it's fake.
You may be paying
gotta
for the
open it up.
quality, but you're not paying for the brand that you think you're buying.
But if I paid $20,000
Like they make
for
the
some
shit not
Lauren,
tick, but when you open it up, it's like it still ain't Rolex guts.
Come on now.
Like it's different, motherfuckers.
disrespectful.
Like it's a lot of rappers that, and that's been big in the news lately about rappers getting swindled by jewelers.
Actually, somebody just got
That's
caught up with
messed
that
up.
shit.
Yeah.
A jeweler man. I don't know his name. Yeah, some jeweler man got caught up for like some money laundering shit. I ain't
no,
gonna
there's a
hold you.
lot of funny shit going
But
on.
it's some,
Because
yeah.
I mean, as an artist, you're a target for anything
yeah.
that costs.
absolutely.
Anything that costs. You see everybody running around with the same exact chain that spells their name out, right?
Right.
For what those chains look like they're supposed to cost, wouldn't you have your own design for your own chain?
Right.
That tells you that all of those are fake.
Template.
It's a cheap mode.
It's a template.
You see what I'm saying? Like, think about it. If you spent what these chains look like they cost, would you want it to look like everybody else's?
No.
Absolutely not.
I would have had my
That's
name.
just common sense.
Right. No,
From
you're right.
anybody- you see
It's not
what
a
I'm
template.
saying?
It's not something that it's one of a kind.
Yeah,
It has to be for the money you're spending.
Right.
You know? Yeah.
That's my name.
Right.
You know why? Because this is on everything.
Right. So I
Me
want my chain
spelling
like
my
that.
shit out ain't on everything. This on everything.
Right.
This on the bottom of flyers. It's on the bottom of the screen. It's on Sam Dana's. It's on glasses. It's that this. You ain't gotta get you one of these if you want to spend some cheese.
Right.
Say that again. You dropping bars on these? You dropping bars on these?
I'm talking crazy. Back to my J, man. So, stadiums are in your future, and like you said, we a collective now, so we all have a responsibility to try to help gear towards that, just the same as we do for HB, as we do for Font's brand being bigger than it is. You know what I mean?
Shout out to Font Philly.
Yes.
But what is your idea of what that looks like and feels like? Like personally.
Yes.
Not to the people, but like
to me?
Yeah.
like, is this just about a goal, about a childhood dream? Is this about your children?
Definitely all the above. Definitely a childhood dream. Definitely doing it for my children, to let them know if you work hard, this is what you can accomplish. And I'm doing it for me to set the bar, because I love challenges. I want to see how far I can get. Can I be that next superstar? And then 5 years from now, we're looking at this video, this podcast, and be like, yo, remember you said that and this and that? And I can laugh about it.
That's why we document
like,
these things.
And it's just
That's
like,
part of it.
So
it's just
important.
that push, just to have somebody, to have that team behind you, but push you, not just being behind you and just say, oh, you did good and this is. No, I'm talking about saying, no,
That part.
we pushing you
That
because
part,
we believe
y'all.
that you are the next it.
a
You're going
challenge.
to be that superstar. You're going to jump over all these people, but we got to figure out how to. You got the talent. We just need to figure out how to get you through the main things,
Yup.
so that people can see, so you can open up for Beyonce, or you can open up for Hove, or you can open up for Jill Scott or Flowetry or something like that. You can open up for them, or perform at the BET Awards and stuff like that, and be like, yo, like, remember, yeah, we pushed her,
HB, I'm gonna tell you how brilliant she is. She just used everything we talked about to tell me what the fuck I got to do.
Boom.
I don't know if y'all paid attention.
Get to work, bro.
She literally just
Get
used
to
every
work.
example we used
I'm crying.
in the interview.
You see, I was quiet, right? I'm
I'm
like,
sitting here like, oh, so we shooting.
bro needs to get to work.
Seriously,
I was
like, I'm ready.
Yeah,
Like,
she ready to get busy.
and
You
it's so
heard her?
crazy because I'm going
Ready
to
to get
school
busy.
for.
I got a village.
Yeah,
He definitely, he ready for me.
I got a
So
village.
done.
He ready for me. Like,
Big bro, Sippin with Sammie. Shout out to Sippin with Sammie. Everything.
shout out to my
Man, I
manager,
got people
y'all.
like HB
Let's
that
go.
I can call that get off work early just to be here for
Come
you.
on. I was like,
right? I was
you that.
like, oh.
I feel like I was bothering you.
Be here.
I feel like I was
She
bothering
said,
you.
no, I gotta be there for my J. She moved a few pieces.
You know
today.
what? Me and HB be talking on Instagram a lot. HB does a lot for me. She keeps me
I don't do a
motivated.
lot.
Yeah, you do. She just don't know it.
She'll understand her
She'll
impact.
understand her impact, because when I see her on that stage, like, I be like, when I first heard her, I was like,
Who
oh,
the
she
fuck-
sounds soulful.
Who has that tone and just sounds that smooth,
appreciate y'all.
no matter
Right.
what the song is?
But did you listen to, like, I literally listened to my Spotify, and I, like, when I promise you, I'm gonna show you. So you don't
HB
think
know
I'm-
I've
chill.
heard damn near every song HB done made.
That's my big bro, man. Shout out to Sippin with Sammie, man. You
So when
already
I'm
know.
going through stuff, right? This was recent.
You out
I
to play
always no on my when I do my.
It
little
better be
radio
doing
station,
too much, cause listen, that's a Ma J HB
No.
Sippin with
Talking about
Sammie
you.
John.
No, I'm talking about you. I would go
Is
on
too
her.
much out? It ain't out yet.
Yes, it is.
Oh, it is.
No, it's
So it's well, I will go on my my radio little station. I do my little radio station just playing R&B. It's literally when I go in there, it has me, her. That's it, and
I
the
appreciate
Prince,
that, man.
him from
Oh,
he's from
wow.
I think New York, and I
Okay.
like his music. So it's like my song, HB song, maybe Prince song, HB song. Like I'll be listening to Worth It. Like I know her songs. Like she don't know I'm a fan of hers.
Oh,
like
wow.
that's the funny part. Like I'll be like, oh HB, I'm coming there.
and I'm a fan of yours, cause you got a confidence on your records that is very like engaging.
Somebody about confidence.
No, really.
You know what I'm saying? It's,
I try.
It's crazy that you say that about me. I appreciate it. I
Like
really
it
do.
touches my. I'll be like,
And it's crazy
She's
because like
talking to me.
I feel like we connect in this way because
Yeah.
like when I create my music, we all connect in this way. Like we're pulling from real experiences,
Exactly.
whether it be our experiences, whether we're experiences that we're exposed to, but things that we're actually passionate about, things that we actually give a F about.
no real stuff.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like that to me. It's not like we're just writing. No, we're like paying testimony to some of the things that we've actually
Been
experienced,
through.
witnessed, firsthand, whatever. You know what I
I'm
mean?
trying to be more bold though.
Why?
You trying? Because the two
You've been
loggers
doing it,
that
I'm
you
about to
just
say.
dropped, bro.
No, like I don't get into in my music. I don't really get into the dark side.
The conversations that we've been having, low key.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't get into.
That's
like,
a
the
bracket
shit
right
that
there.
Really,
Right.
the reason that I don't sleep, the reason that I drink so much, shit like that. Like I don't get into that kind of stuff because I was told years ago. Shout out to Jeezy, one of my homies. He said, "Be careful." Because if it's the one that they love, you gonna have to perform it for the next 30 years.
Forever. That's real, bro.
And that's like, do I want to cry on stage for 30 years?
No.
Now DMX gave us that.
Slipping, I'm
I'm
falling.
not
I
built
can't
like
get up.
That.
Like
yeah.
I'm not.
No, I felt
I
that.
would
No,
never.
That-
I knew
I
exactly
would
what you
never
was saying, but that
pretend
entire
to
album,
built
bro.
like that.
That
You see
entire
what I'm saying?
album.
Because ultimately,
Flesh, blood,
like,
my blood,
like
my-
slipping. And I came from a position. I didn't come from nothing. My parents was good, but didn't get my hair cut. Don't give a fuck how I dress. Like I've been that stressed at 14. You see what I'm saying? I started doing illegal shit around that age.
Right.
14, 15. That window between 12 and 16 is crazy. Like the access, all of that. Like I had counterfeit bills and all type of shit
It's stupid.
freshman year in high school.
Goodness grief.
No, like it was like the access because I always dealt with older dudes.
We ain't even
Okay,
gonna talk about
yeah.
the plight
So
of the
whatever
black
they had
man.
access to, like even in
Absolutely.
even in gambling, I played
Yeah.
spades in the same room that the seniors was only allowed to play cards in, and they was playing for paychecks, and they was like, "You don't gotta put nothing up."
Big bro, did you even have a choice? Is the question that I asked
Right.
you.
I was just about to ask.
real
The
rap
way that
though.
my brain works, I had a choice, but I was just
Reputation wise, everything on the table. Like look at
No,
it from
like,
that view.
I
like,
wasn't even that when I was young, but my like I've been heavy into women and money since a young age, and I was an athlete, and that kept me away from like drugs and alcohol and stuff like that because I always had an excuse.
Okay.
But
Respect.
I was a natural at talking and making money, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And I went hard at things that
Yeah.
did those things.
for sure, for sure.
But
for sure.
like my mentality was, if I got a C in that class or a B in that class, I don't gotta go to class. I make it up
You
because
gonna
I was
figure it out.
smart enough that by the fourth, I bring it up, and I'd be in summer school for one class. But I'd be rich all year.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like
It's that gift the gab
I used
shit.
to, and I say it in one of the, I say it in one of the songs. I say
I'm telling you.
detention. I used to skip detention because I'd rather be suspended. Like I had a different understanding of time.
Right.
You know what I could do at home? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like versus you having me sitting here extra time or having an in-house suspension. Like I'll just push the limit all the way. Send me home.
Yeah. Send me all the way home. I can have an instant house
I
suspension
just
at home.
always thought differently.
Did you ever have like issues at school growing up?
Not really. Like
You was a good kid.
I was a good kid, honestly. Like I did my schoolwork ahead of time. Like I used to just sit in the classroom, look at everybody else. Or if I did the work, I would already have started my homework or finished my homework by the time school was over, so I don't have to do nothing but write. And that's what got me writing. I used to
was
write
goal-oriented.
book like
Yeah.
stories, poems, and
I used to gamble to kill time in class.
gamble.
Yeah, literally gamble. Like I had a teacher fail me for 2 points. He sent me to summer school, and literally when I went to him, like, you failed me for 2 points. He was like, you know how many sets of dice I got in my drawer from you?
Stop.
Oh wow.
It's the more
Like it was like I was like, and the thing is, I never really got in trouble unless I used to fight a lot, but like outside of fighting, and fighting wasn't like something you always got caught doing. So like I wasn't a problem because usually my book bag was loaded and I couldn't get in trouble. Can't send me to the office. Like I got a gym bag and a book bag with Foot Locker shit, Gap shit, weed, and Roman Catholic.
Oh,
I'm selling Mitchell and S jerseys. I had a Total Sports Connect. Like I ain't capping. Like I made more money as a child than adults make now going to school. I used to leave my house with no more than $7 in my pocket, just enough to get breakfast or whatever. And I used to come home with shopping bags and a pocket full of money in high school. You see what I'm saying? Like I just I thought different. Like I thought different, and I went to college and said I'm not going to sell nothing.
Right.
and was the brokest I ever been in my life.
College
So
is hard.
It's so interesting.
Because I can't forfeit tuition.
It was too much to lose.
I'm not having that conversation with my dad.
Ah.
That's what it was.
Like, yo,
Yeah, don't
this
Yeah,
costs,
'cause I'm like, you would've
this
made a
costs
fucking killing.
$1,000 a year.
You would have made
And
it.
I had access to
killing.
everything. No, I literally,
Yeah.
I was in Baltimore. I had
Come
people,
on.
people that they portray in these
Yeah,
situations
yeah.
that was having
Straight.
conversations with me like, yo,
Straight.
we could do whatever you want. And I'm like, yeah, I'm chilling.
Mm.
And they like, but you thorough and you that. I'm chilling. You ain't even got to go home this summer. You could just sit on this trunk in direct traffic. You ain't got to touch nothing. Burner be right there. You good. I'm like, this is a U-shaped apartment complex
Right.
full of people that know that I'm a Philly nigga sitting here getting money all day.
Right. That's
Don't sound like how I want to spend my summer.
no.
I'm gonna have to use that junk.
Right.
But like, I had access to the wire when I was in college. Like, this is how you spend your spring break. This is how you spend Christmas break. Like, I could have did whatever I wanted. And my homies was coming up out there like trash and shit. I had a couple of them, and when they got caught, $1 million bills.
I cannot.
You see what I'm saying? Like, how do I call my dad with that?
Yeah, that's really
Like,
hard.
that was always, and like I said, even though my forward thinking might have been messy at a young age, I had already done a lot of that shit by the time I got to college. I knew how to prioritize what I was trying to do versus what I knew I could do.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not to say that that's where it stopped, but I didn't do it in college. I wouldn't sacrifice that opportunity to, and there's money out there. Like, I watched people that didn't know how to do what I was doing do it and become big shots, so to speak. You see what I'm saying? And it's
Right.
just like, do your thing, bro. But I never paid for nothing. Cause if you got it, I got the seniors.
Right.
They coming to you all day. They spending with you heavy.
Mm-hmm.
When you see me, you happy to see me. Hey, take this, my man. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? I never paid for
Going
nothing.
dry the legacy.
I never paid for nothing. I never
Yeah.
paid for nothing in the club. I never waited in line to get in the clubs. You'd have thought I was the star of the basketball team. And there was a lot of us. I'm going to the front of the line with 10 motherfuckers. And that's who came out tonight. You know what I mean? Like, we was acting crazy out there, but I didn't
yeah.
hustle in college. I just operated like how I was used to being treated.
Different mentality when you got different levels.
Yeah.
I like Jay-Z from day one because I didn't understand corner boys. I understood bosses. Even though I didn't understand everything he was saying, I knew he was talking on a different level.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? And I was trying to learn that shit.
Right.
Because I can't get jail time for stealing cars.
Right.
I'm above that.
Yeah. Something about that.
My bad, we got deep. Back to the fact that this was a great pod. Definitely awesome to have my J. New project out right now. Open. Next project coming will be determined soon, right?
Yes, I'm working on it now as we speak.
working on
I
how
got
many
about,
right now?
I got about 14 songs done.
Woo! Speak on it.
I'm trying to see which way I'm gonna go. Like, am I gonna give them like that, the R&B settle type music, or give them that showstopper type music for them to be like, oh, this is, you know, because you got Beyonce, you got her with her slow type, you know, all that stuff.
We back to B.
Yeah. And you got her popping music, like her popular, like you be like,
Homecoming?
yo, like Homecoming, like that's something that you want to see. I mean, you love her singing. Oh yeah, we love Beyonce, but
It's
we
just
want
different energy.
there's different
Yeah, it's a
energy. Should I
different
give him
energy.
that and say,
Yeah.
"Yeah, look at me now," or should I give him that? I'm just gonna let y'all chill with this right now.
I'll be honest, it's going to be
Or
based
both.
on the feeling. I mean, well, either way, even with both, it'll be based on the feeling. It'll be based on timing of which feels more complete first, and then it'll be based on which feels more immediate also.
The flow.
There's a balance between a few different things,
Right.
but it's based on the work. So the work just has to be done. So you'll be good. You'll be fine.
About to give him my J.
Absolutely.
On period.
Period.
Here we go again with these periods.
Period. Pooh.
She had to poo to that John. That's what you know it's real. She had to
I
poo.
used to work for this company. It's this little girl. I love her so much, and I used to be like, say period poo. She'd be like, period poo. She added the extra. I didn't tell her to say that, but she did the this and that. I was like, hey, she's so cute. That was my baby.
No, I kind of understand. Like, we worked in the same populations before, so I understand.
That's my baby.
I got a homie.
Poo.
I had a homie named Alex that I miss to this day, man.
Yeah.
Alex looked like a sumo wrestler, man, and will tear shit up, but was one of the coolest white boys you ever meet, man.
It'd be like
Listen.
That was my guy. But no, it be them type moments with him, like.
Yeah.
But how to follow you? You
can follow me on Spotify. It's still MA_JAY. No underscore after it, because I know my Instagram is like that. You'll get mixed up with the other my J, which is a guy. So it's MA_JAY. And then for Instagram, MA_JAY_. You follow me, I follow you back. You unfollow me, I'm gonna unfollow you back.
How you know when people?
Because it's an app.
Yo, delete that app, yo. You got better shit to worry about.
I'm crying.
HB,
It don't work anyway on my phone.
what you got going on, man? Let the people who know what you got out, what you got coming up.
Yo, shout out to my J.
She's wild, yo. Don't work on my
It don't
phone,
work.
yo.
I tried it.
I'm
Just don't tell me
crying.
nothing.
Yeah, delete that shit.
Oh man, but listen, you gotta know though, like you gotta be like in the know of what's going on with your music and how people are receiving it. So I respect that.
Thanks.
Yeah, man. Listen, big bro, I appreciate you all the time, man.
Appreciate
I really do. You know, every chance I get an opportunity to connect and also like get challenged, because every time I feel like I come around, it's some new shit that I gotta step outside my box, my lab, like, you know what I mean. But you know, I got some things coming up. You know what I mean. Hopefully, y'all catch wind of the track that I actually got with my J. And my big bro SippinWitSammie that actually curated the whole vibe. Okay, y'all keep in touch and stay tuned, stay locked in. That's all I gotta say. Love, drugs, LDHL. Stay locked in. Y'all been locked in for a minute, but I promise you it's worth it.
Right?
I heard that. And follow you at?
That's RHYTHM_HB rhythm_HB.
I love when the tequila start talking.
You see me?
I seen it.
That's why I'm so happy things is calming down now. Because like another 20 minutes will be a whole nother podcast. That's what y'all tell you.
Nah, but appreciate both of y'all, man. Two people that y'all can see I care a lot about and I believe a lot in. But this has been another episode of Sippin' with Sammie, Sam Malone, Barstool, Rug. If you ain't sipping with Sammie, you ain't sipping right. Please get your fucking life together and check out the concert series, man. Edition 1, Edition 2 out right goddamn now. See you next Thursday, 4 p.m. That part. Flash it only.
Part.
Are you coming my way? Say I got that Henny in that tree, now bustin' my way. Say you wanna be my main squeeze, so come surprise me. Come and be my side chick, come and ride on my stick. Let me play inside it. Are you coming my way? Say I got that Henny in that tree, now bustin' my way. Say you wanna be my main squeeze, so come surprise me. Come and be my side chick, come and ride on my stick. Let me play inside it. Talking like he on me, like he wanna play with this kid. Talk about that juice and that wet, come get it. Know that I am down whatever we talk about, them binges. Cash up with that Vimo, don't nothing move till I get it. Pussy dripping money when you hit it, just keep spinning. Money goes around, but my money has no limits. Spending like a boss, whatever I touch, spending, I get it. When my money low, send me your bag, I flip and I spin it. Never needed no nigga, so he spends whenever he see me. Dick Bob be on point game, but mouth game be on demon. When I'm done with you, send me a flight to sand and beaches. Always on his spots, making moves whenever he see me. 100, 200, 300 million. He's spending them checks like he's signing for a building. Knows that he gonna catch me out when he sees me. All I wanna know is when you leaving. Are you coming my way? Say I got that Henny and that train, I'm bustin' my way. Say you wanna be my main squeeze, so come surprise me. Come and be my side drip like water. Come through with that new, you know he down to score me. Always keep a strap whenever it's beef, you know that I'm breezy. Deuce with a goose, leave a nigga not breathing. Never tell a soul whenever I move in silence. Niggas, why you crushing on my IG? Money on my mind, so why running like I'm chasing? Never sweating no nigga, you know a bitch ain't basic. Side bitch with a new bitch, new keys for the new whip, new piece with a new clip. Stand tall, yeah, I'm ruthless. Heavy hand with the cool whip. Nigga, watch how I do shit. Boss bitch and it's true shit to the new shit. You coming my way, say I got that Henny and that chain, now bustin' my way. Say you wanna be my main squeeze, so come surprise me. Come and be my side chick, come and ride on my stick. Let me play inside it.